Hey guys, how are you? I am knackered. I'm so tired. I literally just got home from my kickboxing rounds, and I've started doing kickboxing about a month ago. Oh, and more than just kicking other people's ass, it's kickboxing that is kicking my ass basically. My arm, especially my right arm, is really like sore right now, and I don't even know if I can actually draw. Like my hand is kind of shaking, so yeah, it's gonna be interesting. But never mind. So today is the 9th day of the challenge, the February Artist Restarter Challenge, and I'll be damned if I don't draw today. So yeah, so I'm gonna do it. So today it's day 9. It's gonna be 1 anatomy study of the arm and 3 static poses. Also, I think it's kind of ironic how I have to draw 1 anatomy study of the arm when my own arm is super sore. But yeah, it's ironic in an Alanis Morissette sort of way, I guess. Anyway, I'm gonna start by drawing the 3 static poses. For static pose, I mean a pose that is not jumping or dancing or doing any sort of like movement. So poses that are more like presentation poses, fashion drawing, stuff like that. These are really useful, especially if you want to gain more followers on social media. I'm joking. No, I'm not joking actually. It's true that if you draw a girl in a static pose and they are pretty and they're wearing some sort of like cute fashion, it's much more likely to get views and likes on that sort of drawing, because people like those sort of drawings. But aside from that, I also really like drawing like fashion poses and presentation poses for my characters, and it is really useful if you want to be a character artist as well, because you have to pose your characters quite a lot, obviously. So yeah, I mean, it's a useful skill to have, and yeah, so I'm gonna start by drawing this first pose, and I'm gonna try and keep it a bit quick. Like, I don't want it to take a hugely long time, so I'm gonna employ the same sort of figure drawing method that I used the other day, but I am going to try and stylize this character already as I draw it basically. So I'm not gonna try the realistic pose first, I'm just gonna go into the more stylized pose already, just because I don't have a huge amount of time tonight, because I still need to work basically. Yeah, I have a deadline this week and a deadline next week, and I don't have the weekend to work because I'm having a rowing race this weekend, so I really need to basically get going and get some stuff done tonight. I spent my day basically working, and also trying to basically in Italy, if you want to do races, like even if you're not like a professional athlete or anything, but if you want to do like a rowing race, for example, like I have to do this weekend, you need to have a certificate basically that says that, you know, you're fit to do like races or, you know, competitions, and also that states that you're not like doping yourself or whatever. So yeah, that is why I had to get it done, because I thought that I had already done it and that I was safe basically, and then I realized that I wasn't, because my thing had expired already from last year, so I was in danger of not being able to do these this race, which I mean wouldn't be the end of the world because it's not like I'm actually a professional like rower or whatever. But still, I mean, it would have been bad because when you row crew, you do have kind of like a responsibility to the rest of your team, obviously, on the boat, because otherwise people might not be able to, you know, do the race just because you can't do the race. So that would have not been ideal. And therefore, I had to real quick go and do this certificate thing that you actually, to do it, you need to like take a little test, you know, like urine test, and make sure that you're fit enough, so they ask you to do some exercise on the spot, and you know, to make sure that you're not gonna die when you do the race, basically, or you know, the competition or whatever. I really like this model. And there you go. So this is number 1. Buonasera. Come va? Posso anche parlare in italiano effettivamente, dato che mi sembra che ci siano 2 viewers al momento. But I guess because I'm sharing this on YouTube later, I should probably speak in English. I don't know. Okay. So this is number 1. Let's save it. Nope. Yep. Mark of Nothing says, well, I will write in Italian because I get bored writing in English, and you can answer in English. And I will also immediately translate whatever is written in Italian, because I am a super host. No, yeah, that's fine. That sounds good to me. Oh my god, my arm hurts so badly. Okay, let's go with number 2. Okay, so I chose these reference for number 2 because I absolutely love these aesthetic of like long dresses and like vintage, kind of like Anne of Green Gables vibe. Even though I absolutely hated Anne of Green Gables, both as a child when I read the book and the Netflix series, I found it so boring, and I cannot stand the girl who plays Anne. Yes, Anne with an E. I hate it. I loathe it. I mean, it's like, I despise it. I cannot stand the actress that plays Anne. Like, literally, I want to smash my like screen whenever I see her on. And I'm sorry, because I'm sure that she's a lovely person and she's probably a good actress as well. I cannot. I'm sorry. "31 Days OG Anne." Honestly, I don't know why, like, I just don't like her, you know? I just find it really annoying. But I mean, to be fair, I did find it really annoying in the movie, the cartoon, and in the book as well. So I mean, it's not like it's a new thing for me. So because I'm trying to move to the stylizing part immediately, I'm actually gonna exaggerate this pose a little bit. Like in this case, she's kind of doing this, but I'm trying to push the hips a little bit forward. I should go on Brandon Sanderson YouTube channel. I could get some inspiration for what? Like for drawing? Or for a lovely Steris drawing? Am I missing something here? Also, I just realized that I put way too many R's in Steris, because in the audiobook it's Steris. Like, it's just one R, even though I think it's written with two R's. But I don't know, because I've actually never read the Mistborn Era 2 books. I've just listened to them. You cannot spoil it. Okay, I'm gonna have to go and watch it then. I don't know, these days I am strictly staying off YouTube to watch stuff, because I tend to get lost in watching things, and I don't get any work done, which is bad, because as I was saying earlier, it's a pretty busy kind of moment, and so I have to get loads of work done. I think I put the legs a little bit too far up. And this needs to go a little bit further out. God, my arm is really killing me. That would be my dog. Sorry about that. Someone must have gone on the building landing. I hope that you can't hear him too badly. I don't know, because I'm wearing the noise cancelling headphones, so I'm actually not hearing him that much either. So I hope that you cannot hear him as well. I mean, not as badly as I usually hear him when I'm not wearing headphones anyway. There we go. You can hear him, but it's adorable, so it's okay. Well, that's good to hear. Oh my god! Ugh. I'm sorry for all these very unladylike noises. I am very tired. Also, he's definitely not adorable, my dog. He's a little bit of a dick, to be honest. I mean, I love him anyway, but that's just because, you know, I'm kind of like wired to love him because it's my dog, so what you gonna do? Cool, okay, so that was number 2. She's done. Now I'm going to do the 3rd static pose. There we go. I mean, to be fair, this is kinda not 100% static because she's doing like a little bit of a dance move thing, but she's not jumping, she's not, moving too much, so I've decided that this is a static pose. Also, I really like this picture. It made me happy to look at it, so I decided that it's okay. There we go. Also, I haven't even eaten dinner yet, which is something that I'm gonna have to do when I'm done with this live. If it's dinner time for you, what have you had for dinner? Let's talk about food so that I can properly be jealous of the fact that you've already eaten. This pose is actually subtly really difficult, because it's like kinda square, like face on, but not really. Also because I'm trying to apply the stylization already as I'm drawing it, so it's double hard. Also, sometimes when you do stylization of these kind of poses, you kind of have to change them a little bit, because the fact that you're changing the proportions because of the stylization, whether it's making it more cartoony or whatever. So it changes up the proportions of the body, of course, and so everything kind of like moves a little bit, which means that if something looked good in a pose because of the way that the various elements of the body were placed, and then you move them around, then it might not look as good anymore. For example, I think the arms are a bit too big now. Don't worry. Hi Mano, and welcome. And don't worry about being late. I'm happy that you were cooking dinner. What were you cooking? Fried rice and souffle. Very nice. So I'm changing color because I cannot understand most of this drawing anymore because I was just making too many lines. So instead, I'm going to use blue. To make sure that I can see what I'm drawing. Yeah, I'm kind of dreaming about what I'm gonna cook after the live. And I honestly don't know. I'm kind of torn between just a veggie burger because it's fast and something a little bit more I don't know, a little bit more interesting. Static poses are a bit harder to sketch. Yeah, I think so actually. Mostly because when I think, and I mean that's just my opinion, but I think that when you have an active pose, you kinda like you can lean more on the line of action being more recognizable. So you're kind of like it's easier to see where the movement of the body goes. And for a static pose, it's really difficult to make it static but also kind of dynamic, you know, to give the pose rhythm and, you know, a little bit more interest, even though it's yeah, it's just kind of standing there basically. I don't think I've ever made a souffle, by the way, since we were talking about fried rice and souffle. Oops. I just completely moved my screen because I pressed R instead of E, and R is the R is rotation and E is eraser, obviously. I've made and they are the worst, but if they stay put and don't sync, they are amazing. Yeah, I don't know, I mean, I don't know if it's above my like skills as a cook. Okay, so I think I might just quickly do a little bit of a line art on this one, just because it's kind of a little bit too rough. Also, I don't know how much of the music that I put in the background you guys can actually hear. I should probably change it as well. I've been using the same playlist for the whole week, so it's probably a little bit annoying and boring after a while. Hey! Nice. I'm glad that the music is the right volume. And hello, Light One. How are you? I was just thinking that I might want to make frittata tonight, because the souffle kind of reminded me of frittata, because I have this idea that souffles are made with eggs. I don't know, maybe I'm wrong. But then I realized that I don't have any eggs in the fridge. So yeah, that was a fleeting thought that ended before it was started. Okay, so that was number 2. I mean, it's still not like super duper perfect. I think there's something wrong with this arm, but whatever. I'm gonna take this and be grateful. There we go. That's a little bit better. Okay. So now it's time for the second exercise for tonight, which is to do a study of an arm. And as I was saying earlier on, it's kind of funny to do a study of an arm when my own arms hurt so badly because of kickboxing. So yeah. I just looked up on Pinterest what like muscle arm and I got this lady. So yeah, let's do it. Since yesterday I used the guy for the study of the torso, I'm gonna use this lady for the study of this arm. Oh, a strawberry souffle. Nice. I wouldn't have been able to eat it though because I am allergic to strawberries because my life is sad. Marco, nothing. You also made a strawberry souffle? That is an interesting coincidence. Okay, so I hate making these studies. I think I'm gonna try and do like yesterday. Oh really? You're allergic to strawberry too? That's so random. I've never met another person who was allergic to strawberry. Everybody, when I say that, they're like, they get this really sad face like, oh, I'm sorry that you cannot eat strawberries. They are the best fruit ever. And I'm like, I mean, are they a fruit? I guess so. They're a berry or something. But I'm like, I don't know. I've never really eaten them. So, I mean, I did when I was a child and my mom found out that I was allergic, obviously. So I just stopped. So it's not like you can miss something that you haven't really, developed a taste for. Yeah, I mean, don't worry. I know that people mean well when they say, that, they're sorry that I cannot eat strawberries. I just find it funny because it's like everybody treats it like such a, such a big loss, and I'm like, I don't know. I mean, I am more sorry that I used to be able to eat cheese, like I didn't have any problems, and then as I grew older I developed like a lactose intolerance kind of thing, which I think a lot of people have, like a lot of adults cannot really drink or milk or eat cheese. But I'm more sad because of that, because I actually did enjoy eating cheese. Also, Mano, do you also have a strawberry allergy? And if that's the case, why did you cook a strawberry souffle? Or was it for someone else? So it's really interesting, like when you see like a properly muscled arm, you can see here it's like this little V. It's where the tricep and and the bicep kind of meet in, and it's I don't know. I think it's a really cute. Well, not cute, but like I think it's a really interesting and nice kind of thing to have in one's arm. Now, I just focused on the arm, obviously, but maybe for the sake of this cartoonization and stylization, I could try and incorporate the rest of the figure too, which is a little bit backward to do it now. Oh, okay. So Mano just hadn't met anybody who's allergic to strawberries. Really? Yeah, I guess it's not that, it's not that common, an allergy, which, I'm glad that people don't have it as much. But I guess, growing older, I kind of realized that I was not necessarily allergic, but like a little bit intolerant to quite a few things. Which may also just be because I am kind of stressed and I tend to kind of like somatize my stress on like eating like food and stuff like that. Like, not as in I eat too much when I'm stressed, but I just can't digest anything when I'm stressed. Like, I know that some people have it with like, maybe losing hair or like some other stuff that they do that causes them, that is kind of like their way of coping with stress and stuff like that. But I have it with food. So I guess that's why I get allergic, or, at least kind of intolerant to a lot of things. Cool, okay. So that's my attempt. At an arm study. So this was kind of like this semi-realistic one. Am I intolerant only to strawberries or all berries? Actually, I don't know, honestly, because sometimes I kind of feel like I'm probably intolerant to anything that is red, like in terms of berries that are red. But then sometimes I think it's just because, like, for example, if I eat the actual fruit, like blueberries or whatever, I'm not, like, nothing happens. But it happened before that I was eating like yogurt that was supposed to be raspberry, which normally wouldn't really do anything to me. But when I ate it, I had the same reaction as strawberries. So I don't know if it was raspberries, or maybe it's just that they didn't put raspberries in that yogurt and there's actually strawberry in there, or like a little bit of strawberry or something. So I tend to just kind of try and avoid anything that is red, like and the berry. So I stick to blueberries basically. Okay, so I'm gonna quickly put these to the side. Make these a tiny bit smaller and try a new stylization for these. Yeah, that's what I thought. Sometimes there are red fruits like and strawberries for the color in yogurt. Actually, it happened quite recently. I was at in like a brunch sort of cafe kind of place, and I was there with some friends and my boyfriend, and we were having brunch, obviously, because that's what one does in a brunch place. But I asked for a smoothie, and I was like careful to actually, specify that I wanted it banana and like with no berries inside. And I said, I think I had it like banana and apple, I think, smoothie or something like that. Which obviously the color that comes out when you mix those two fruit is like yellowish, which is not super appealing, I guess. So when it got to me like at the table, I noticed that it was kind of pinkish, and I was like, huh, that's odd. But then I just took a swig, and I was like, shit, I think there's strawberries in this. It's like, I'm actually allergic. And the lady was like, oh, I'm sorry, I just put one in for the color. So yeah, I guess that was the same thing. I'm trying to give this lady like a stylization, kind of like the one that I did yesterday for the other guy. But it's coming like a lot harder today. I don't know if it's because I'm a little bit tired or just because, I don't know, this is actually quite a hard process to do. Okay, maybe I got what was wrong with it. No? Oh damn, did I make another smoothie too after that? Yes, they did. I'm sorry. I realized that I didn't finish the smoothie story. I mean, it wasn't even that interesting, to be honest. But yeah, they did make another smoothie for me afterwards. The waitress who had done the smoothie in the first place was actually super sorry, and she was like super apologetic, and I was like, really, like, there's no need, because literally there's no need to apologize. I mean, you don't really go thinking, oh, this person might be allergic to strawberry and that's why they ordered a banana smoothie. I mean, that's not really what's the first kind of like thought in your mind, isn't it? I've decided that this lady has got huge thighs. Okay. Okay, so Marco Nothing says, I was in the restaurant and ordered the cheesecake with Nutella, just to be safe, and went and took a bite, and seconds later I discovered that the cookies that made the shell of the cake were strawberry cookies. Oh, did they give you another cake? No, they didn't have one without strawberries. That's so sad. Okay. So I've just adjusted. I mean, couldn't they give you something else though? Like something else that they had in the shop maybe that didn't include strawberries, or they literally had everything with strawberries and that was it? It was like the strawberry shop. Sorry, I just look at my watch because I have this alert thing that tells me every hour or so that I need to stretch and move, and so every time I wonder if it's like that or if it's an actual notification. Okay, so let's finish this. So there was one, but it was zuppa di gallette, and I hate it. Zuppa di gallette, I feel like it's like, I mean, I don't even know what that could be. It might be like English pudding, maybe? I'm not sure. But yeah, it doesn't sound appetizing at all, to be honest. Yeah, it's like, yeah, custard pudding kind of thing. If Google Images is correct, I call that biscuit cake? I don't know. I'm gonna have to look at the Google Images of the torta di gallette. Oh, zuppa di gallette. By the way, since I think there's some, I mean, I know that some of you are Wheel of Time fans that are in the stream. I think, like a couple of years ago, I was drawing this series of like Wheel of Time, sort of modern AU, like alternate universe, which I called the gym alternate universe, and I had all of the Wheel of Time female characters, kind of like, you know, the besties, characters in the gym, and all doing like different kind of exercises according to their character and like personality, what I thought, you know, they would be into. And I think Avienda would be, you know, way into CrossFit because, you know, IO. And I decided that basically this is what I think she would look like. But I don't think that she would look like this in the TV series. Because I don't think that they would put a woman that is this muscly. Even though I really like the casting choices that they made so far, I think some of them were like super on spot and stuff. I still don't think that they would cast a main character and love interest as this muscly, because there's still huge stigma towards women with muscles. In you know, TV, you know, casting in general. Yeah, I mean, she could be a little bit like Birgitte as well. I guess her nose is more fail, not fail, than anything else. I know, it's fail. Didn't start Wheel of Time yet, just waiting for Lord of the Rings. Fair enough. I am also waiting for that. I am eager to see what they did with it. Right. Okay, I've decided that this is it. I quite like this stylization, to be honest. I know it's what I say at the end of every live. Like, oh, I quite like this stylization. But I do. I'm very happy that I am doing this, you know, reStarter program and trying to stylize more and, you know, push the shapes a little bit more. I think it's doing me good. And Mana says, should I read the books before watching the series for Wheel of Time? Yeah. I mean, it's debatable. You could do that. It's definitely, like, Wheel of Time as a TV series and books is quite different. And if you read the books first, then you might have certain expectations. So maybe you should watch the series first and then read the books. I mean, I did that when Lord of the Rings came out. I watched the movies first because I was like 10, 11. And then I read the books, and that didn't spoil the books for me, I think. I think it was just like a more calm and meditative experience. Instead of, the movies are obviously a little bit more fast-paced. But yeah, you should do both, but maybe try the series before the books, because books are a little bit heavy sometimes. I agree. Also, I think I started Wheel of Time like 3 times before I actually managed to get over like page 50, because at first I didn't really find the main point of view that interesting. My professor worked on the background concept art and environment design for Lord of the Rings, and he showed us sneak peek images. It was stunning. That's so nice. Well done. I mean, I'm impressed by your professor's work, even though I haven't seen it, but I'm sure it's going to be great. Okay, guys, I think I'm gonna leave you because I am so hungry. So I'm gonna see you guys tomorrow morning. I have a live at 10 a.m. tomorrow morning. So, I mean, if you're around, I'll see you then. Otherwise, I'll see you on Friday or Saturday or next week. I mean, I'm here all month, so there you go. I hope you have a good time. You had a good time, and I hope you have a good evening or day, regardless, wherever you are in the world. And thank you. Good night, and yeah, see you soon.